let me fix the light for people to show up. I tried setting this up. I forgot to put it in landscape mode, and I don't want this live to be in vertical. So I could have sworn the live just started. It did. I had to end it because I forgot to hit horizontal. I did everything else, but I forgot to hit horizontal. So I'm sorry that I am so late. I just walked through the door. So my bad. Sorry. I was not expecting this day to go the way that it has. Thanksgiving was great. I had a great time. How was y'all's Thanksgiving? I had a great time. I'll wait for more people to come in here before I get into the nitty gritty of my day. But I don't think I'm so fucking jazzed, Josie. Jazz levels are off the charts. I'm fucking Jazzy McJazzerson right now. It has been such a 180 from yesterday. I don't celebrate, but I've been playing golf all day. So fun, awesome. Especially like if you have work off, it's just, and even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you still have time to spend with friends or family or whatever. I'm so happy right now for some reason. Good. I'm really glad to hear that, Liz. So it's just like, where do I start? So I guess I'll start so I got off the live. As y'all saw, the past few weeks have been a lot. My pain has been astronomical. And I hit an apex yesterday. And I couldn't fall asleep for a while. And then it hit 5 a.m. And just to be totally transparent, I had a full-blown meltdown. I finally just let myself feel feelings I've been shoving down and cried for an hour straight. And I used to cry like that. Probably I would consider very often. That used to be a problem I had. But post a certain point, after moving back to Florida, or moving to, not back, to Florida, Apex, it's APEX. It's kind of like, I think it can be used kind of synonymously with a climax. I'm better using it in context than I am giving a definition. I do apologize, but I was just really struggling, and I ended up calling my mom and just, no, apex is, that's why I didn't use the word climax. It's just like the top of the point of like where everything comes to a head is the best way to explain it. And so anyway, my point is, I called my mom and I just vented to her and really confided in her and shit that I haven't been saying to people about just like where my mental state's been, how I've been struggling to cope. And I really just got it all out. And then I remembered that I still had a bottle stashed away with some of my Ativan. And I don't have any way to get any more Ativan because in Florida, through the programs that I get therapy with, they also provide medication prescription, but they specifically will not, legally, they cannot prescribe any kind of controlled substance, Ativan, Klonopin, obviously things like Xanax, things like that. Even though Ativan is not addictive to me, it's just like rules-wise, they're not able to do that. And so I took an Ativan after I spent some of that time. I finally just had an emotional release. And then I fell asleep not long after, and I slept until my alarm went off. And for the first time in what has felt like literal weeks, I slept uninterrupted. And it was just exactly what I needed. I woke up in a great mood. My pain is still here, but it's always here. And I ended up just like slowly going about my day, and I'm like, not really sure how it's gonna go, but I'm in much better spirits. I'm so grateful. It was Thanksgiving. I was spending time by myself just as I was getting ready, like, thinking about things I was so grateful for, and happy late Thanksgiving. And I was like, I'll be there for an hour or two. It'll be fine. And so I get ready, and I grabbed a container to bring my brother home leftovers. Xanax doesn't work as well for me. I feel like it just makes me too numb. Ativan actually just makes me calm, and it makes me calm in the way that it helps me sleep. You're so confident for your situation. You're such an incredible woman. Embrace yourself and keep living your life to the fullest. So thank you. So I get there, and I arrived. The start time was like 4. I arrived at 4:50. Danielle walked in 5 minutes after me. So, which totally understandable. Sometimes things happen like that, right? And so she goes and sets up the food, and there's a lot of people there. And initially, I noticed this person standing there, and they caught my eye. I remember I kept looking at them, and I don't know, they just caught my eye. And I was like, there wasn't anybody there that I immediately recognized as like people I knew. Danielle is the woman that I went to the Fairy Festival with, if you saw that vlog. She was hosting a Thanksgiving event. About 16 people came. And when I got there, initially I sat on the couch in the front area, but like a lot of the people in that area of the T-bar were just either knew each other or were keeping to yourselves. We'll get there. And, so anyway, what was I saying? So, also one of them had the most adorable pit bull, sweetie pie as can be. I did post some Instagram stories. So if you want to see those, because there was also a woman there, a very lovely woman, who was playing the violin, and I did get a quick little story of the dog. So anyway, I was sitting on the couch for a bit. Eventually I get up and I walk over to the other side, which is kind of, I would call that area like rec room area, where Danielle sets up folding tables, and where whenever she did, like I did at that tea bar, I've done a vlog where I wire wrapped jewelry. It was like the series of vlogs I've done where I'm like buying things I haven't tried before. Low key, my guys inspired vibes, you know what I'm saying? And I did that, and then when I did the drum circle, which were just relaxing low key vlogs, those should also be up on my channel. But I walked over there and I was talking with Danielle, and the person that I noticed earlier was sitting at one of like the 2-seater tables by themselves. And the woman who ended up playing the violin sitting, or I think she maybe came up after, but I was like talking with Danielle as she was setting up. And so I pulled the chair in front of her, and not in front of Danielle, but in front of the other person, and I sit down. And we just started talking, and we're chatting. And instantly, I really want to be this person's friend. She's this really cool person. We were just talking a bit about how she's early in her transition and all this stuff. And we were just like, sharing stuff about our lives, to different things. We had a lot of hobbies and interests in common. And we just talked. And the food got served. And we just kept chatting. And we just kept talking. I stayed at the tea bar. So that, I would say, formally and informally ended at about 6:30. I think we left the bar around 8:30. Because in the meantime, like, things are happening. It just kind of came up in conversation, and Corby asked me, or not, no, I'm sorry. I think I brought it up, and then they offered, because I was like, we were just talking, and we both had a question that we'd love to like, be friends and hang out. And I was like, well, I can send you like $5 for gas money, because we live in the same cities, like, because I don't want to just like a free ride, like just like I don't want to be an ass. So I was like, I'll shoot you like $5 for gas money, because again, it's not a far off drive. But again, it's just more about respect, frankly, because I don't want to even give the impression that I'm leeching off of someone, right? So the gay offered the gas money. And you also never know people's situation, and it's not their responsibility to foot the gas bill if they're giving me rides places, right? So she was like, sure. And so I texted my brother, and I made up his plate. And then while I was at the tea bar, I got my signature drink, which is my butterfly pea flower tea hot with Cinnabon syrup and sweetener added. Oh, it's like drinking a cinnamon roll. It's so good. Love it. And just no notes. It was delicious. And when I explained to Danielle about my pain and stuff, she was very much like, ooh, let me give you some, she said she was gonna bring me some stuff. I think we forgot to follow up on that conversation, but she ended up giving me a free kratom drink. I don't like kratom. It doesn't taste good. It's very bitter. So I chugged it because I just wanted it to help with the pain stuff. I think it did. I didn't notice anything too crazy. I also got to sample some free caramel apple kombucha. It was very good. It was delicious. I didn't expect to like it. It was the essence of apple cider vinegar because it was a kombucha, but it wasn't like that super sharp flavor. It was very smooth. So good. They gave us a tiny little sipper, and then I was like, I asked to basically buy one, but I didn't want to buy a full 12-ounce one because it was very much like a little sippy thing. So they ended up giving me a cup with like probably roughly 4 ounces of it in it. I don't even know if they charged me because I did end up buying on my way out, because besides the one tea, because it's like, if you're gonna go and have a meal, like, you should support the tea business and get drinks. So I spent $1 on 3 different drinks because I got that. I'm assuming I didn't get charged for the kombucha because, again, their prices are really good, I would say. So I got at least 3 or 4 drinks for $10. Like, I don't know. Based on what I was told, I think they gave it to me for free, but I didn't ask. And they had this thing called tie-dye lemonade. I forgot to take a picture of it because it was really pretty. It was a mix of blue raspberry, orange, and mango lemonade. Bitch, that shit was so good. And I bought 2 because I brought one home for my brother. Because I also filled, I think he's already eaten it. I filled a pretty big container. And with, my brother already finished it with all the goods. I posted a picture of the food on my community tab post. Danielle's a fantastic cook. Everything was super delicious. And it was really great. And so, basically, we end up leaving about 8:30. We pull up in front of my house at about 9 p.m. And we were just sitting there talking. And for some reason, like, Corby didn't pull into my driveway. And at one point, 2 hours in, the police pulled up. And I was like, what the fuck? We were just talking. I just, hand to God, only conversation was happening up to that point. And I was like, when Corby said it was the police officer, I was like, fuck. So I slowly get out of the car. And I was like, hi, I live here. So sorry. And he was like, yeah, a neighbor just called. And I was like, I'm so sorry. You know, I was like, do you need my ID? He was like, no. What's your name? And I told him my name. And then he was like, this address is on your license. I was like, yes, I live here. I swear to God. He was like, no, I believe you. And so I get back in and I'm like, wait for the police officer to leave. I'm pulling my driveway. So like I said, when I started the live, I basically just walked in the door. She's really cute. And so we talked until about 2 a.m. before I came inside. So we talked about a lot of stuff. You sure can't talk? I really do. It is a good trait for a YouTube live streamer. You are correct. I'm the yapping of yappers. Sure, let's go with it. And I think what's gonna happen is I am going to, hi, different Sage, first time here, welcome, thank you for being here. So I think what's gonna happen is tomorrow, once I'm done cooking, I think we're gonna hang out. So, did she give off friend vibes or more than friend vibes? I don't know. Thank you, hope you have, sorry, I had a text to respond to. Anyway, we see the shading grin, what are you talking about? We've got a story time going on, welcome in. Yeah, absolutely, very much story time vibes. So, given the fact that Danielle didn't really want extra desserts because there was more than enough, I've decided that for tomorrow's live stream, I'm going to hold off and make the cinnamon rolls probably sometime next week. I'll just do a separate live for the cinnamon rolls, like the apple pie ones, because that mixture will last a good bit in the fridge because it's just like down apples, right? But I don't want to, we just have too much going on. We still have leftover pie. We have these cinnamon rolls my brother bought with really good intentions. I'm very excited for the apple pie cinnamon roll. So I just won't make a dessert tomorrow, which is fine with me. Can we have a stream baking something for your new friend? Yes, that'll definitely be happening. 100%. Definitely happening. So Danielle had so many leftovers. Your happiness tonight has turned my night around. Well, thank you, Shay. I'm glad I was able to have like positive influence. It's just kind of crazy. The past 48 hours, like the dichotomy switch is just a lot. So I don't know how much I should share from my night tonight. Look, girl, last night you were not feeling it. Good things happen when you say fuck it. Very true. I like your bracelets. Thank you, Sage. It's awesome to see you. So happy for you. Thank you. This was so unexpected. Spill girl. I guess I'll just say events transpired. So, Yami is going to be heartbroken, probably. Sorry. I don't know. Hey, Larry. I had a way better time than expected. What did everyone have for dinner tonight? Danielle made, oh my god, her turkey. Oh, I don't like turkey. Her turkey was making. Did you smooch? Events transpired. Is that a vampire bite? What are you talking about? Anyway. No, that hadn't happened when that happened, by the way. I was, at that point, I didn't even know what was happening. I could never play poker. Ew. Aileen, no. It wasn't that kind of party. I feel like a teenager. Oh, but to be young of heart. You're good, Edible. I'm happy you had a good time. I'm turning in for the night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, Treason. You can always catch the replay. I'm sorry, guys. I was expecting to be back in the house way sooner. I'm kicking my feet up like at a sleeper party. A slumber party. So excited for you. Thank you. I feel a new era amongst us. You don't have a PowerPoint face and you blush easily. You don't have a PowerPoint face. What's a PowerPoint face? I've never heard that term before. All right, Sage, thanks for being... Oh, poker face. Oh, it's a typo? I was like, what the fuck is a PowerPoint face? Is that a term in corporate America? How are you feeling right now, though? My pain is at a manageable level. I really pushed myself in terms of, obviously, I haven't been home in about 10 hours. Rosie, I think something in the timeline isn't adding up, if you know what I mean. The grin, the glow. What do you mean? What are you inferring? How long has it been since I've eaten? I probably ate about 5:30ish. All right, Farah. I'm actually kind of hungry, Heike. I hope she accepts us. LOL, Rosie is a package deal. No, she's into video editing and graphic design stuff. So, time for a snack. I said probably. Honestly, I packed enough food where I was maybe I'd have a little bit of it, but my brother he actually walked back out after so like it was like probably home for not even an hour, and I realized because when we pulled up, I was like, if you don't have anything to do, we can just like talk for a bit if you want. Because for like first, until we were in my driveway / in the front of my house for about 5 hours. Oh, pub subs are fantastic. So for probably the first 3 hours of sitting outside, I didn't know the situation. I couldn't get a read. I wasn't sure. I think vibes are happening, but I'm not sure. And I never assume, never. It's a point to a problem for me. I was like, I think there's vibes, but I can't tell. I never can. And then, oh, she's taller than me. She is 6'3". Yes, she knows about my YouTube channel. And because we spent a lot of time talking about how she's earlier on in her transition, and I was just learning a lot of stuff, and we were just having a really open dialogue, and then I started sharing stuff about myself and my life, and she's really cool. And what's crazy is I think we met about a year ago. And in fact, I'm pretty sure she's the person that gave me free edibles one time. Just like, because she could. I'm not famous. Oh my god, Mish. That makes me cringe so hard when people say things like that. She knows that I make money with YouTube, and I actually talked a little bit. Like I did ask the question, do you know what Gore World is? And thank God I got a no. There was some conversations on that topic, because I come out the gate with the truth. I don't just hide shit because if someone's going to get involved in my life, even as friends, there's kind of security risks. So, I don't know, Josie. But they are just someone, we just couldn't stop talking to each other. So it was like 5 hours in front of my house and probably like 3 hours at the bar. So we basically talked nonstop for at least 8 hours. And I even said, like, when I was talking about streaming and stuff, I was like, would it bother you if I did end up bringing you up at some point? And she was like, no, of course not. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's not like getting new people in my life directly involved in my content is not something I'm interested in doing. It's more so like, I want to build, whether it's friendships or more, outside of the internet. I don't want to get the internet involved. I don't need their opinions. I don't need their shit. But there was a moment, because like, I shared some really personal stuff. Some of it I've discussed lightly on my channel in the past, but I don't trauma dump. I used to, all over the place, all over the internet. I used to. And like, I'm getting to know someone, depending on the vibes and the dynamic. Sometimes it's like you're swapping war stories kind of thing. What are you talking about? What? Anyway, what was I saying? Because there was like a moment where, no, she didn't drive a pickup. I'm not going to talk about what kind of car she has. That's a little weird. Could we actually not go there? Thank you. But I like shared something really personal, a very traumatic event in my life. And she asked if she could give me a hug, and I said yes. And so she hugged me like we were in the car. And when she was hugging me, and we hugged for a fat minute. Would you mind if I bring up at some point brings her up the moment you walk through the door? What do you mean, eggs? What are you talking about? But no, trauma dumping isn't like when something is unwanted. Like I said, sometimes when you're getting to know people, swapping war stories. I'm not sharing the details of this conversation with you guys. But how long is a fat minute? Like 30 seconds? That, or maybe even more. I don't know. And then so instead of pulling away, like both kind of pulled our heads back and we're just looking at each other. And I was like, is she about to kiss me? Like, what is that? What's happening? And then she ended up pulling away, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. And then, am I cheating on Yami? Oh my god. These are honestly green flags. Thank you. Not you mean swapping spit. Bye. Attention. No. Guys, Amanda was just like someone in my chat. What the hell on about? They're a valued member of my community, but like, you were being fucking weird. Side note. Anyway. So, later on, that confusion was cleared up. And that's that. So, things are about to get interesting. Oh, because I was telling her, we were both talking, and we were just like, kind of like, going back and forth about stuff. And at some point, we're hours in, she was like, yeah, if you ever want help vlogging, and I'd love to help with that, like, help be the filming person or whatever, behind the camera. And I was like, oh. And I was very quickly, actually, I want to make it very clear that, like, my intention is to let a friendship first, because I don't want to build any kind of friendship, even beyond anything above friendship, but even friendship level. I don't want to have an unbalanced dynamic off the gate where it's like, oh, hey, let's hang out just because I want to film or do something. I want to hang out to get to know you. And did you have to squeegee off your lenses after all the steam, bitch? Bye. I was going to ask if y'all decided to hang out again or exchange numbers. You texted me a bit ago. A hug lasted longer than the crab and the seafood bowl. Yeah, it did, actually. I left my glasses on. Y'all are out of fucking pocket. Can I just say that? Yeah, so I'd say so, Tangerine. Thank you, Sony Bean. Not y'all should Lady in the Tramp a pub sub. That's wild work. No. Get in the corner, Mish. Or Mish, I don't know. I think the chat had a little too much to drink tonight. I think so. I think y'all are nasty. Y'all need Jesus. I'm not trying to rush into things at all. By the way, thanks for the people that liked the live already. Much appreciated. I think we're going to chit-chat for a bit. I'm high, sorry, brother. Valid. I'm high on life. So, we talked about a lot of things, a lot of topics, a lot of life experiences. Because, like, before I knew exactly what was going on, whether or not this was going to be something where it was like, strictly friends, or if it was something that could potentially be not just friends, because I found out pretty quickly that she's a lesbian too. And I was like, oh. And I just couldn't get a read. So far, no red flags. Truly. Not like in the sense I think they're perfect and can do no wrong, but nothing glaringly concerning, because they're actually like, moving slow is typically the hardest, but best choice. Agreed. Oh no, I call her name's Corby. What kind of friend, what kind of food does she like? Italian, Mexican, Mediterranean. She really likes pasta. It is such a, I love her name. And I told her as such. I was like, Corby is cool as fuck. Corby Blue is actually a dope nickname. Pasta's pretty great. Universally beloved. She actually said her favorite dish that she's ever had is bison pesto pasta. I was like, I'd try that. I tried bison meatloaf and I didn't really enjoy it, but I would try it again, especially if it was like something you make at home with like just the bison and exactly what's in it. Because I didn't know exactly what was in that meatloaf I tried in Vegas. So I was thinking Corbin Blue from High School Musical. Honestly, though, kind of vibes. Hey, Sav. My birthday was good. My Thanksgiving was better. I'm coming off Stranger Things right now. Just finished it. Just finished watching the show. Thank you, Sav. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Sat there and got lost in the sauce. Gotcha. I'm pretty hungry. I think my brother ate everything I brought home, which is fine. We've got more food to make tomorrow. I went to my friend's Thanksgiving, and then I met somebody, and I just walked in the door almost an hour ago because we were just sitting outside my house talking for a while. So, if you want to know all the details, you can catch the replay. But I feel like I forgot how the last season of Stranger Things ended. It's been a hot minute. I haven't watched it either. Ooh, someone sent me the most fucking dope recipe idea in my email. It was using some of the pie crust to make little jam and goat cheese tarts with the goat cheese that I have in my fridge. And I was like, ma'am or sir, that is a glorious idea. I'm obsessed and I want it. What the heck was the neighbor complaining for? He burnt their turkey. So, to be fair, we never turned off the headlights. And that could have been just something that got their attention. Because, like, I think what it was is I initially thought we weren't going to be there that long. I thought maybe we'd talk like an hour or so. And when she pulled up, she just, I guess, didn't pull in the driveway. She just, like, pulled off to the side, which, like, people do in my street all the time. It's normal. I'll open the door, and my neighbors will have people that parked in front of my house. Because they have, like, a lot of kids and a lot of people. And it's just, normally though that's during the daytime, it's not, like, 11 p.m. at night. So I think they were, like, I live in a really safe place, so anything out of place, someone probably would call the police. And that's an abnormal thing to happen on our street. So it was just, like, a quick little, sorry, let's, like, and that's why we waited. Because the cop even said, like, you don't even need to move. And I was like, oh, my parents do. And so they don't live here most of the year. But, so, how'd you like the food? I don't know, the pieces I had were really juicy, but I didn't have any of the legs. I thought you would appreciate the leg more than just the pieces. Good night. Are you going to bed a little early? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got work tomorrow. Good luck. Or the neighbors thought you were bitten and wanted to make sure you were okay. I should have read that up. Mel's, listen. I stand on this hill that at that point, literally, I didn't even know what was happening yet. That was like way before anything transpired. So, it was very, what did happen was pretty PG-13. It's fine. No, like I said earlier, Daniel didn't want extra desserts. Thiago, oh no. We don't kiss and tell. I don't know, Laura. We don't need to talk about it. Anyway, moving on. Glad it's a safe neighborhood. Those are hard to find anymore. Agreed. I'm very lucky. Not a bunch of dirty birds. Also, mind you guys, my parents will watch my stream, so when you chill, the gritty details are not going to happen. Just keep that in mind. This is also, if they watch the stream, this is the first time they're hearing about this, because this all just happened. So, I'm querying minds want to know. I got my answer. So, shut up. Hey, let me tell you about my night a little bit, but, like, skip that stream. I'm glad you had a good time and that you're feeling better. Thank you. Yeah, because whenever that happens, like, if I feel like something is happening in streams, or I don't really think y'all need to watch this, I'll just tell them. Tell us all, and you can block your parents. I don't have any romance in my life. I've got to live vicariously, lol. This is so unexpected. When do we get a stream with your father again? Good question. I just need to plan it. It might be after the holidays or during, or I don't know what's going on for Christmas, so I don't know if Danielle's hosting anything, because I will definitely go to that if she is. Every time she answers the door, she brings a knife. I don't know how safe it is. Well, I'm doing that because if someone unexpectedly is knocking on my door, I bring it over to the living room and I set it down. I'm not holding it when I open the door, but I've set it within reach for my safety. I probably will never need it, but I'm a very anxious person, and I know generally, especially while I'm live streaming, that a troll is involved. So far, it's not been anyone with seeing my safety on the other side of the door. But I don't know that until I open the door. So, I've seen some people give some shit about that, and it's like, why are you giving me shit for grabbing a knife? And I'm not saying you, Josie, but like in the general conversation, why are you giving me shit for a knife? Because there are people actively harassing me, breaking the law, and harassing me. But that is a form of harassment. Just because it's a mild one, and just because it's not as bad as it could be, does not negate the fact that I'm being actively harassed, and I don't know who's on the other end of that door. It is a stranger. I did not order an order. I did not request for anyone to come to my home. I do not know who it is. I'm not expecting anyone. To blame me for what I do to make myself feel safe is really fucked up. So, hey, Mike. I can't press charges, unfortunately. I don't have enough information to make that definitive. And also, unfortunately, a lot of the times in those scenarios, someone has to actually be hurt for them to do anything or care. Good idea to be prepared, especially being a public figure. Yeah, that's just the bottom line. I was going to say I don't answer the door unless the person's Girl Scout cookies or a package I ordered. Safety her first, but I would then also bring pepper spray for my walk, etc. I used to have pepper spray. I should get some more, actually. I also live in Florida, so there's just... The Florida man stereotype is very real. So happy for you. Glad you were able to make it over there. It's the best when you find something you aren't looking for. Absolutely. I know people are crazy. One time my neighbor didn't lock their door and some random man came in. Luckily the whole family was home, so they chased him out. Wow. Oh, I always do, Millie. Anyway, let's get back to fun topics. We get these annoying salespeople in Segways selling bug spray services. They never stop talking. Oh, yeah. We do sometimes get door people, but not very often. Recently, I did notice those 2 instances, but... Hello, skunk. I'm pretty hungry, man. Oh, I'm hungry. Honestly, chips and a ham sandwich sounds really good right now. I hope everyone who celebrates had a good Thanksgiving. Me too. I had a better Thanksgiving than I ever could have expected. Whatever happened with the donate to choose what I cook for Thanksgiving thing. No one donated. Or, not donated. Super chatted for it. So, that was a super chat goal I did a while ago. But, that door has closed because I'm cooking for it tomorrow. And I already have a menu locked in, so... They are pushy, especially with my parents who are 76. That's when I come and tell them to get lost. What were the pies and the pic you posted? Her homemade apple pie and a Sam's Club pecan pie. That was very good, too. Her apple pie was great. It was really good. Her homemade cranberry sauce was so good. The turkey was genuinely so juicy. I was, like, really impressed with her turkey. She explained her whole method. She does a bunch of shit in her turkey. And she made stuffing, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes to go with that stuff as well. Me and my brother are going to do the gingerbread building stream. I'm going to add the cinnamon rolls into that holiday rotation. I haven't sat down and fully decided on what type of holiday streams I'm doing yet, because I just want to come up with a list of ideas that I can do with what I have at home and just different fun ideas, ingredients that I have and stuff. God, cinnamon rolls sound so good right now. I really do. We have some, my brother bought some, so I'll probably have a cinnamon roll tomorrow, but I'll be making the homemade ones probably the next week or so. What do you mean? My dad didn't lose his job. Mel's, are you referring to something? That's really a weird thing to ask. I thought of one of those signs. Our neighbors don't allow permanent yard signs. A rumor going around? Oh my god. No. If I was closer, I'd buy one of the ones your brother bought off of him for $5. Just one. Oh, you'd buy one of them. I think you can get the whole pack for about $5 from Walmart. Oh, you're making eggnog bread pudding. Ooh, I might like that. Chantel fell asleep during her stream today. I don't understand how she's still going. I'm so checked out of foodie. I have no idea what's going on with her. And my god, is it beautiful. Oh my god, I love it so much. I'm so happy about that. I've been just kind of focused on my own bullshit, and then today happened. So I think I'm going to just stay checked out. Look at that beautiful smile. Thank you, Go. Because she's a night owl like me. And I even asked her, I was like, I'm probably going to be streaming really late tomorrow, but I don't want to wait till the following day. So even Tracy was upset with her. Oh, shit. I remember one time I was like streaming for hours and hours. And I went to go lay down because I was like tired and hurting. And I accidentally dozed off for 10 minutes. Other than that, that's never happened. And that was when my channel was a lot smaller. My chat just gave me shit for it. They don't get mad. But I might also provide hours and hours of like, content where I am actually engaging with you guys and doing more than just like talking. This is me just sitting here not doing anything is pretty not common. And I'm honestly only doing it because I have a lot to fucking talk about. And I want to stay focused. I can't imagine. She's just like the degree to which she greens out on camera to be incoherent is just... It's garbage content. Her content is garbage. I'm not interested, even with reactors. It's so boring. It's so stupid. Do something. My god. Do anything. And then maybe I'll be interested in paying attention. And even then, I'm good. I'm actually pretty happy in life at this present moment, so I'm good. How do you manage to live stream as much as you do with such bad anxiety? I think loving it is a really key component there. Streaming motivates me to do more stuff around the house and combat my depression. Hectic Llama made a video. Foodie is silent between 54 and 80% of the time. What? Sometimes I just have to have quiet moments in stream, especially. Some of my streams are 6, 7 hours. And do y'all have beef? Not specifically. I just don't fuck with her vibe or anything about her existence. And never will. I think she's a garbage person and a bigot. So it's not even content at this point, yeah. Why are we shit talking foodie? I don't care. Let's move on. I don't give a fuck. So I've got a life to live. And I'd love it to not include her anymore, even in content. Her stream today felt like an intervention, to be honest. Really? Now that's a little interesting to me. But no, you're not blocked, lazy. Did she come for me? She said a couple offhanded comments. So right before, this is so funny given current reality. Right before she left Syria, I want to say, like, or no, sorry, not left. Within a month of her and Sala breaking up, someone brought up blatant lie about me. It wasn't true. I don't remember what it says. Oh, she said some racist shit. She uses the R word, like, going out of style when she's really heated and feeling cunty. Fuck her for that ableist piece of shit. My God. Anyway, but she made some kind of comment like, this is why I'll never degrade myself like that anymore, or something like that. And I was literally went like, let's wait and see. And then cut to literally not long after that was the rolling around in a comforter covered in cat shit and vomit ladle. Ugh, sorry, use the V word. I'm so sorry. Anyway, but like, that all happened, and then cut to Canada. I'm gonna let your actions speak for yourself, because you're owning yourself at that point. But so she's disgusting and just like a horrible human being, and the shit with the cats pisses me off. So I just don't fucking like her, and I'm very vocal about it. So she doesn't like me because she doesn't fuck with anyone who doesn't suck her ass. So I did break my own V word rule. I can't remember the last time I said that word. I'm so sorry. I triggered myself. You know what I mean, though? It's just like, I can't respect her ever. But I could have some begrudging respect if she, I don't know, actually made content instead of whatever the fuck she's doing. So she's just vile. So it's really what it boils down to. She's irredeemable to me. So no begrudging respect for bigots. You're so right, bestie. So bizarre. I'm officially on a foodie break. But I think I have plans for tomorrow. That cat is so cute. How dare she regret getting that cat? Well, yes, now she can't. Anyway, I'm so over talking about her. Can we actually change the topic for real? Sorry. Yeah, it's just, to me, it's common sense. So, but yeah, I have no clue what's going on with her or girl world right now, and it's beautiful. I love not knowing. It's really nice. People called my brother your Pete's. That's disgusting. My brother is my brother. She used to date Pete's. That's disgusting. Y'all are gross. Exactly. Thank you for talking to us, Rosie, and for giving us content. I can't wait to see how those go-to starts come out. I need to remember to try to do that soon. She's refusing the name to cat to piss people off, simply put. Yeah, it's such a weird comparison to make the fuck. Yeah, that's the thing is, these girl world people, they are trying to chase a high they can't get anymore. They can't get the high of Crackhead Olympics. They can't get the high of Crystal era, Destiny era. I don't really talk about Feline era anymore. But like, they can't get the highs that they used to get from that kind of content. And so it's like, treat me like a Girl World rerun, and I'm not the same script, babe. You know, it's like so bizarre. It's the most, on the creator side of this experience, it is so fucking bizarre. It is so weird to me. Y'all are fucking weird. Those people are fucking weird. Point blank, period. And I'm not saying that that's my audience or everyone watching me right now, but those people exist, and most of them don't watch me directly. So I've been unsubbing from all reaction channels. I can't take the content. That's a good call, like, for real. So yeah, my own being. And if you treat me like my own content and you're not comparing my brother to fucking Pete's, which, like, thanks to Pete's, I don't have beef with Pete's. I've never engaged with Pete's in any way on the internet, like, ever gone to their channel. I've never, like, I have some opinions about how they are still friends with someone like Chantal, but like, in that, like, seem to mind their P's and Q's for the most part. I don't know of any major egregious acts on their end. Like, I just don't know of it. And I didn't watch Chantal when Pete's was, like, up until obviously now. But it's like, the comparisons of me and Foodie and me and Amber are so forced. The majority of them. Obviously, there are some things that are, like, in common with, like, some stuff I can't go to into depth because YouTube's on some fuck shit. The points, though, like, are things that I will be the first person to admit that there's similarities to, but then there's other shit. It's like, you just sound stupid. You sound uneducated. You sound, like, delusional. And I just have to deal with it. Like, I don't have another choice other than leave, and I'm not leaving. So, that's why I'm just choosing to, like, film me and live in my life, right? So, nothing like them you can actually articulate and entertain. Oh, thank you, Aileen. You reactor to LOL Cal Pipeline sometimes. Fascinating with stuff. Why do you even consider yourself in your world? What do you even consider yourself in your world? What do you mean, why do you even consider yourself in Gore World? Is that what that meant? Sharing catchphrases doesn't mean you're the same people. Yeah, and I'm a couple things I feel like that maybe I have in my vernacular, but for the longest time, I tried so hard to not accidentally pick up, like, world slang. But at some point, I just really stopped giving a fuck, and if I really like something, like, what's the one I said that I really like? It's one of Amber's things. I don't remember now, but, bug me. There's one, I remember recently I said there was, like, phrase I was like, I'm sorry, like, that's, like, I really like it. I don't remember what it is now, but the only thing people ever say is similar is the weights, though. Like, yeah, and I try to force comparisons that aren't real. Like, the fact that people get up in arms when I talk about wanting a cat because other people have cat drama. And it's been a decade since I've had a cat for the sole reason that I don't feel like I have provided enough financial stability to provide adequate vet care. And until that changes, I'm not getting a fucking animal. And once I get my own transportation, then maybe I'll consider fostering, because when you foster, they will foot vet bills. But I'll be able to like, take care of extra pets or extra toys and food and stuff. You know, like, I love animals, and their well-being is very important to me. So to assume I'm an animal neglector because you attribute all these other negative attributes to me from these other people's actions, it just makes me want to scream. I spent 6 months taking care of my cat that was riddled with dementia. Round the clock. Most of the time, didn't know where the fuck he was. It was awful. And I did it because I love him. I will always love him. And for people to assume that I would hurt or not care enough about a living being because other people have patterns of behavior or trauma around those topics, it hurts my heart. It's been 10 years since he's passed away. This month. No, sorry, I'm sorry, November. So next, technically, or no, it is November. This month, sorry, I got my months confused. And so it makes me want to scream. Oh my God. My environment isn't dirty. Just because I have clutter on my countertops doesn't mean it's dirty. Sorry, Forged. It just irks me. Well, I'm not going to get an animal out of spite. That's Chantel's deal, Aileen. I would never get an animal out of spite. And hamsters are a lot of care if you're taking care of them properly. They need a really big aquarium-style cage. They need a lot of bedding they can dig themselves in. That's more maintenance to me, in my opinion, than even a cat. So, you're so smart for that, Rosie. One of my cats ended up needing a 4K surgery back in February. Rosie literally cleans on stream. Thank you. Because you know what? A lot of those reactors y'all are watching, they skip around my cleaning shit. I would bet my kitchen right now, it's cluttered back there. Clock that T 100%. But I would guarantee you my kitchen is cleaner than a lot of y'all's. Because the amount of deep cleaning I've been doing. So, suck my ass on that front. Shit. So, hey Bella. So, both spellings are fine. People call me R-O-S-E-E because of my username. But Rosie R-O-S-I-E is like my name. Luckily it worked out and she's doing better, but ouch, the expensive come out of nowhere. Yep. Absolutely. I've been listening from the start, from the good day to this now. Relax, breathe, and focus that you're a respectable pet owner. Good decisions. Thank you, Forge. You're right. Spite babies never work. Clock that. We know your true nature, Rosie. You wouldn't do harm to an animal. Thank you so much, Wicked. Exactly, lived in doesn't equal dirty, 100%. I saw someone's comment get deleted in FB's chat and said, show the cat's litter box. Oh, that's upsetting. I would get a cat before I got a dog. Because the vet issue still applies, and frankly, dogs do require an amount of maintenance that I don't feel like I want to particularly sign up for. That level of needing to consistently take on walks and go outside. We have a screened-in area, and we do have a fenced-in little strip of grass back there, but like, if I were to get an animal, it would be a cat. So, and I would very seriously consider fostering once I have my own mode of transportation. So, I just feel like I need my own mode of transportation. I feel like that's important. I think I did look into it a bit, and that sticking point to me is really important. Yes, maybe they would provide Ubers back and forth and stuff, like in case they don't for certain things, or it's only under certain circumstances. I just don't use that. Do you have any breeds or colors you like? I don't care about that stuff. What I would care about is going to the shelter, and I would like to rescue a either middle-aged or senior cat, because I'm not interested in fostering kittens or owning kittens. They're a lot of energy and they're more work on that front, and they are in more demand. So for me, it would be a mid-aged to older cat that would be less likely to get adopted. Truthfully, if I was going to adopt an animal, my priority would be vibes. I would just like to find a cat that seems interested in being around me, and preferably cuddly. And a lot of the older cats are very cuddly. Some of them are still little demons sometimes, but just based on their personality. I would like a cuddly cat, like a very loving cat. That would be my goal. But ultimately, it would just be, I would pick the cat more based on personality and what I feel would work well in our home. And if there was any cats that doesn't do well with children or doesn't do well with other animals, I would be a great home for that. So I've thought about this a lot. I put a lot of thought into what I would do and how I would do it. You'll never catch me buying a cat. No. There are too many that need to be rescued. And a home is meant to be lived in. Some clutter is common. A home is not a show home. This is all that matters when in my book and many others as well. Thank you. I can't do sadly. I'm allergic to them. I'm so sorry to hear that. You can take animals from the shelter just for one day. Really? It might be cool to do that, to hang out with a dog. Again, I would need a car, right? And it's like, I feel like with a cat, that might be harder on them. I'm curious. I'd have to talk to the shelter about that. But my cat's hella low maintenance, but I got pet insurance because things happen and pets are family. Absolutely. And I would want to get, I don't know a lot about pet insurance, but I would want to get that if I had my own animal. I had a foster kitten I named Rosie years ago because she would steal rose tops from the neighbor's rose bush and bring them home to me. Oh my God, that's so cute. I've met a lot of animals named Rosie, actually, or heard of them at least. I'm so glad I took insurance the first day I got my dog. I've been getting so much from them. That's awesome. Fostering does so much good, especially for the harder to adopt ones. Absolutely. Because it gets them time to acclimate to a less stress induced environment for them to actually be adopted. So if you have the opportunity, the means, the time to foster, I definitely say give it a go. Because even if it ends up in a foster fail, it's still a win. What would you name them? I have different name options I'd be interested in. Again, with my mindset, I really am interested in adopting an older cat. So especially if it was a cat that came in from a loving owner who passed away or is like used to their name and it wasn't just slapped on them, I wouldn't really be interested in changing their name because I feel like that's an unnecessary stress just to indulge myself in giving them a name when they already have one. So if they respond to their name, and hopefully their name's not my full, right? But if they respond to their name and it's that kind of situation, then I would keep it 100%, regardless of my opinion on the name. But that's like, because that's like if you're adopting a child and the child is like 10, you're not going to change your child's, you know what I mean? To me, that's weird, right? But if it's like a thing where they were a stray and a name was just assigned to them, then we could talk. But I adopted a 16-year-old orange cat a couple months ago, and he is the most clingy, cuddly cat ever. Oh my god, my Rocky. He was 18 when he passed. He was a big old orange boy. I can't do long hair animals simply because if I skip one day of brushing, I would prefer, like, long haired cats are gorgeous, but cats we own were shorter hair for maintenance reasons. I would prefer that too. You are responsible, and I think you'd be a great pet owner. Thank you so much. So smart to get any older rescue kitty. My girls were 5 and 7 when they were rescued, now 12 and 14. That's awesome. I want a third dog, but I need a bigger couch first. Real. Or maybe ask if you can play with cats. I have actually done that. Guys, I have an ASPCA vlog where me and my mom did do that. We did. It's been just too long since I've been. Ooh, that's a fun idea. I should go do that again soon with my new friend. That'd be fun. I don't think my cat ever brought me home was mice. Aw. I'm in a wheelchair. My home is cluttered because everything needs to be reachable. And I feel like I partially have not that same issue because I think for you being with me in my kitchen, I like to keep everything reachable, which is why there's a lot of clutter, because when my pain days are higher, getting up and down is very painful. And I think you guys can see sometimes, like, before I stand up, I try to mentally check everything I want to do, so that way when I sit back down, there can be some time before I have to get back up again. So I can relate to that. Obviously, I feel like our experiences are very different at the same time. But I have a dog. She's perfectly fine in a cluttered home. It's just about making sure that you maintain not leaving stray stuff on the floor. And I think that's important. Will you wait a month or even longer to name them? No. I think at max, and I think a lot of times it should take even less than this. I think if you need a few days, 3 days, fine. You want some real time to think on it, try it out, really just like you really care to pick a good name. All right. By day 3, if you still can't fucking name them, consult a therapist. Because what the fuck do you mean? Anyway, sorry. I would even be less judgy at a week. I would be a little judgy, to be fair. But, like, not that judgy. Hey, Sophia, I've just been timing. I'd recommend starting from the very beginning. A lot's been talked about in this live. This is a very tea-heavy live. So, I would recommend that. Because if you just are getting here within the past 10 or so minutes, you missed a lot of conversation. I bet you wouldn't name them and then take the name away. I hate you, FB. Definitely not. I also want to name a cat Blanche. It's not the worst name, but, you know. Honestly, it's kind of funny because I talked about the name Lunaroo. I named one of my Neopets Lunaroo many years ago because I love that name. And that was a name I wanted to name my hypothetical daughter that's never going to exist. So, I would use that for a cat, for sure. I love that combo. You saw that vlog, awesome. Actually, that's a perfect plan. Animals are 100% great judge of character. Oh my gosh, I forgot that Pitbull's name. Oh, he loved me. He was so cute. Your home isn't gross and you actually use your items. You have all the fun kitchen gadgets. Thank you, mermaid. He also stands up on his back paws and reaches out to be picked up. He's a shoulder cat, like a furry baby. Love it. The name thing is her oppositional defiance. So unnecessary, poor kitty. Feathers are mandatory, not optional. Yeah, it's a Golden Girls reference. What's in the back? Oh, this is like my purse. So, not much. There was a giant container, an empty container that I put in. I got my little Hello Kitty keychain. She stays on my purse from Vegas. The tag is even still on, but I never took the tag off. It's like my wallet, my cup. I think I never restocked purse snacks. I used to keep purse snacks in my purse because there was a time at some point post Vegas where I was doing something, or I was out of the house, and I was out of the house longer than I expected, and I was like, shit, I don't have a purse snack. Bitch, motherfucker, come on. Now you're gonna act up like we never have this problem when I'm not on live. But now I want to show off my very affordable, cute backpack, and you want to be a little bitch. I see how it is. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. That's so shit. There we go. Crisis averted. That's my... Oh, I do have a purse snack. I lied. It's literally a hair clip, a wallet, over-the-ear headphones, some plastic. Sometimes I'll take trash that's in my hand and I don't know where a trash can is, and I'll just put it in my bag. So I think there's actually a few of those in here. It's normally nothing like crazy. See? My goodies powder I took right before I got there while I was in the car. Poppy. Oh, my wristlet came off. And my one per snack. These really delicious cashews. Those can go back in there. That's literally it. Because, let me show you the size of the container. Because I left a lot of leftovers when I made my brother's plate. And I was able to use the excess space to put some bowls of dessert. Because I brought him home a slice of pecan pie, a slice of pumpkin pie, a slice of apple pie, and a brownie. Because I didn't know what he would want. So this was the size of the container. It was massive. But I was able to fit like, most of the savory food to one side. And then I lined up, there was like 2 paper bowls. And I just put it all in one container, put the lid on it. It was perfect, actually. It worked out great. And it was big enough to hold a turkey leg. And like I said, I didn't even get to have any of it because I was too busy talking, so, in the driveway. So, you're bad at guessing games. Me too. I'm not great at those. I'm hungry. I've said that like 3 times now, and I haven't even tried to go get food. That green color looks gorgeous on you. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I wore it. Because I love this dress on me. I said I did laundry yesterday, so I was like, I'm gonna wear it. I think I recently wore this. It's cashews, but peanuts. But I think I wore this semi-recently on my channel, but I was like, I want to wear it. It makes me feel pretty. What am I gonna wear tomorrow? Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you made, I'm glad you had a better time making crab rangoons than I did. Yes, the emerald green is your color. Thank you. Thank you guys for the compliments. I really appreciate it. Green makes brown eyes pop. That. Aw, thank you guys. I really wanted to do more prep tonight, but I don't have it in me. I still wanted to go live because I just had so much to say. I'll probably at least assemble my food. I think I'll go eat after I end the live because I think I'm just going to make a sandwich and some chips. Nothing special. You're pretty on the outside and especially on the inside. Thank you, Fiago. That's really sweet. So, I don't know how I'm going to play it. I'm looking to get a new tattoo. I'm trying to find a good place to get some new inspiration. What time do you usually wake up? So right now I think my sleep schedule is going to be, I'm going to wake up probably later today because I need to sleep. I can't keep trying to fight my body the way that I have been. Like, I can't fucking handle it. So I'm going to try to find a happy medium. So I'm not like waking up when the sun's down bad because I hate when that's happening. But I think I am going to be one of those things where I'm waking up like, a bit before I go live. Like, obviously not like 5 or 6, but way earlier than that. I'll have to wait and see. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't decided. That's what I told her. I was like, I'll either wrap up the live and text you and like, what's up, or I'll just like rest so we can hang out the following day. Thank you. The ganja is ganja, honey. I love the ganja. Well, I normally start my lives at 6, so I was planning on tomorrow starting my live at 6. I just have no idea how long it's going to take me to cook and do everything. And I'm sore from just, I spent a period of time sitting in a semi-uncomfortable chair while I was like eating and stuff. And then we just kept talking. So eventually we moved over to the big leather couch and just like kept talking until she kind of hinted on wanting to head out. And we got in the car and drove here. And then we literally spent 5 hours hanging out in my driveway. Give yourself grace because you accomplished something huge today. I did. And I'm really grateful I got my sleep. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the things that my body does. I am so grateful that I have a roof over my head. I am so grateful for the growth I've had in my relationship with my parents to be where it is today. I am so grateful for the access to the resources that I do and the way that I'm able to achieve it. I'm so grateful for my YouTube community. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful to the people that make my life possible. I am so grateful to the friends that I have. I'm grateful to the friends that I've lost and what I've learned from them. I'm grateful for my brother and the peace that is our home. When my parents are here or not here, I am grateful so much for access to clean water, to my access to food, for my capabilities to make it for myself. I'm so grateful for the characteristics that I have that make it possible for me to overcome the challenges of life. And above all else, I am so grateful that I will never and have never let the negativity, hate, the lies, the all of it, quote unquote, beat me into submission, silence, whatever it may be. And I am grateful for the fact that there seems to be a lot of opportunity on the horizon for me. So that's what I'm grateful for. And I hope that even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, that you take the time to reflect on what you're grateful for. Sounds good, Forged. I hope whether you share it in the chat or you keep it to yourself or share it with your family or just share your gratitude that you feel towards the people in your life, that you share it with them. I felt the need to come to that tangent just now because I hope that it inspires people just to even think about the things they're grateful for. I didn't look at my chat for a second. Give yourself grace, you accomplished something huge today. I fell asleep early, was tired from Thanksgiving now, but 3:30. Oh, I saw someone giving you shit for using paper plates on your Thanksgiving post. Wasn't that so stupid, Mish? First of all, it wasn't my event. It wasn't even my house. It was with the other people that like normally there on top of the guests. There was like 16 to 20 people. Of course we use paper plates. Are you stupid or are you dumb? Pick a struggle. Do you want to invite her in or too soon? Oh, way too soon. No. Way too soon. And frankly, I don't want to deal with the negativity. I want to enjoy myself. Sorry to the people that aren't negative about it, but nothing wrong with that. You put your foot outside the door, made a connection, was honest, open, and then you came here, was open with us, and we appreciate it. Thank you. Sounds like you've got a lot to be grateful for. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Skunk. I think it's all about perspective. I feel like every person that is housed, that has access to clean water, that has friends, that has family, has a lot to be grateful for. And even if you're missing one or two of those things, you can still be rich in some of those other categories. And even in what you lack, you can still practice gratitude. So there's always something to be grateful for, even in hard times. Exactly, mermaid. Period. Love that. I always say this, but thank you for sharing your life. We are very lucky to know you. Thank you so much, Mel's. I'm grateful for you, chat. Y'all are so funny and sweet. Absolutely. Please hit on the feed. Thank you, Bella. We love dishing with you, literally and figuratively. Yes. Today's dishing was very different and not food related. It's true. We have to find your reasons to be grateful. I am even grateful for the hard times because without them, I wouldn't know joy. Oh, he's fine. He's going to sleep. Shut up, Rosie. I forgot he went to bed. That probably won't wake him up, but like, that was unnecessary. But I really wanted to drive the point home. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like, when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the thick of pain, it's hard. I ate too much Basque cheesecake before bed. It's a pleasant problem to have, to be honest. It's so real. But I'm exhausted. What time is it? I'm gonna make my sandwich real quick. I won't get up. Those flowers that Yami Poo sent, they're so pretty. I'm grateful. I didn't even mention. Of course, I'm so grateful for the amount of birthday gifts I got this year. Oh my god. What a blessing. What a fucking blessing, man. If I look slimmer, it's unintentional. But I have been a lot more, like, frankly, just out of my bed, moving more. Just trying to build more of a tolerance. And it's been something that's been exacerbating some of the pain. Which is kind of embarrassing to admit, to be fair. I'm not happy about that fact, but it's true. I would like to have eaten too much cheesecake, just saying, right? And I used this tonight. And I don't know if I used enough. It did an okay job. I don't know. I'm going to use it some more. I tried to not use too much just because I wanted to see if I could get away with it. And this is hours and hours later. Initially, it looked fairly good. If you watch my Instagram stories, I think my hair was down in the first picture. I don't remember. But you can kind of get a better read of how my dry shampoo did. They post a few stories. So, it didn't tint your hair at all. Some leave it cast. So this is specifically Brunette Brilliance. But it's not colored. Which I like. Because the Batiste one will light under your fingernails and make your nails look dirty when it's just dry shampoo. You know what I mean? It looks brown. And it can even light on your forehead if you're not paying attention. This comes out the can white, but it just knows somehow. I guess it's just formulated to prevent the white casting, essentially, is my understanding. So, see, I'm instantly refreshing clean hair with a hint of brunette tint, no white residue. We live, we laugh, we love. Alright. I almost asked if you colored your hair yesterday. Really? I did not. It did its job. Alright, come on, Rosie. Oh my god! It looks darker and thicker. Thank you. Oh, did he leave some of the food left over? Oh, he did. Oh, good. Well, then if that's the case, if he didn't eat the pecan pie, you're coming home with me. I'll leave the rest of the food for him. But I want this pecan pie. Call me selfish if you must. I don't even think he likes it. But I threw it in there. Low-key, because I would eat it. But for this meal, we're just going to make a ham sandwich. I'm really fucking hungry, actually. Oh! Who's triggered? Sorry, that was a troll move. My bad. I know better. My bad. I'm really hungry. I think I'm actually going to have 2 sandwiches. All I've eaten today since I woke up was the Thanksgiving meal. And that was like 6. Maybe not even 6. I'm trying to hold on. What's going on? You Gigi? You seem you're tired? Oh no, I'm using plastic plates. Oh, the world is ending. Because no one watching me use a single-use plastic cups or anything when they go out to eat. Oh no. I'm being a mess. I need to shut up. I don't know how turtles are impacted by paper plates. I'm pretty sure the snide thing you're saying is meant to go towards plastic straws, which I don't use at home, actually. I use reusable straws. Just saying. That's Cupid mayo. Rude. What was rude? What's funny is I'm using paper, not plastic. So, again, your logic doesn't make any sense. And also, I've never claimed to be someone who's a hyper-environmentalist, so you overdrank. The food comes out, the chat starts picking up, right? How much to hold back on some of the people commenting I need to stop? So much to hold back on. Paper straws are single-use. They fall apart the second moisture touches them. So I have silicone straws I prefer to use. You should start a burn pile for the paper plates so they don't go into the sea. But then, yeah, exactly, you can never... It's not about trying to make actionable change for a good cause. It's about... What's that? Critiquing and criticizing me to feel better than me. That's what it's about. I prefer to ruin the environment. I don't prefer that, to be fair, but I know you're just kidding. Alright. I know you're joking. You're being facetious. This is just a no frills. I just want to get some food in my face. I thought they banned paper straw rule. No, I think some places have banned, I think, use of plastic straws and try to replace them with the shitty paper ones. No, I don't do cheese. I don't like cold cheese on my sandwiches. I'm just doing... I like my ham sandwiches real simple. I just want some ham, mayo, mustard, and call it a day. If I'm feeling real spicy, I'll put some spinach on it. And if I have spinach on it, I'll maybe do a little more ham, or I'll do ham and another meat like salami or something. That looks good. She's real simple. It's very childlike to pick off the crust, right? Live your truth, queen. Hot reveals, I can feel it. I have just a little bit of pineapple left. So I'll finish this off now so I know it's eaten. Ooh, I know. I'll put it here on the plate that's... Because the bottom of this bowl is dirty because of the way I packaged it. So it's sitting on a paper plate, so I'm just going to put the pineapples on that part of the paper plate. Oh, I'm getting juice all over it. I want to make sure I eat up all of it. I love pineapple. It's so good. So I just want to make sure I eat it all before... You know what else is childlike? Coming into someone's stream to nitpick? Clock that tea, bitch. Oh, you're sitting on me. It's not childlike being stoned at 3 a.m. Love that for you. I kind of drank this little bit of juice out of this Ziploc, but I'm not going to do that. Pineapple is anti-inflammatory too. Tea. Love that. That it does, niche. That it does. Alright, let's not get into tits for tats in the chat and call people out by name. Let's be kosher. Why do you feel like you should apologize? I loved what you said, girl. Hello? Can I just say, the restraint that I've learned from being able to not demolish these in one night, I'm getting low. But I got these in the Walmart haul. So however many days I've been, it's been a good amount of days. Oh, GG, honey, hydrate. Oh, you poor thing. Alright. Gotcha, Aileen. I'm like, when she said the comment about nitpicking, I wasn't even thinking of, like, because I didn't get offended by what you said, because I was just like, a point's been made. I'm just not gonna lie. I don't have more to say to it, I guess. You didn't say anything crazy, but when she said the nitpicking comment, it was that other people do that about, like, paper plates and all this other shit. So when she said that, I was just like, oh shit. But, got it. Well, Gigi, if it keeps being like that and you need to go to the hospital to get some fluids, make sure you do. Be safe. I'm gonna go. No, I expect environmentalism, 100%, chocolate. But the people that are using those talking points to be weaponized against me, I guarantee you, they use single-use plastic and single-use paper all the time. And I know that culturally in other countries, paper plates are less common, but it's my house, my business. If you're gonna talk your shit, be about it and do something about it to help the problem. Otherwise, shut up. You think they only cared about you using paper plates because they don't like you? Absolutely. Because it all stems from reaction channels. 100%. Oh my god, way better than styrofoam. Styrofoam sucks. Get over yourself. How's that conversation with your mirror going? Oh, no skunk. The fact that we're even still talking about it is so stupid. I'm so over it. Very weird. I frankly just didn't have the energy to do any prep work for tomorrow. No, I never said that. But criticism about my paper plates use is stupid. There's been points of criticism that have been had that I've agreed with. And then, you know what I did? I made actionable change. But they don't acknowledge that. I used to come on this channel look at a hell of more of a mess than I do any day of the week now. I put work into figuring out how to make my hair look better. My hair only looks greasy when I forget to blow dry it, or I'm really not doing well physically, and I can't do the bare minimum task of taking care of myself because I'm what? Oh, chronically ill. I got criticisms about how I keep my home. And I currently, if you are actually watching my content and not cherry picking clips from certain reaction channels, will see that I am constantly doing different upkeeping tasks. I clean my kitchen daily, and I work on bigger deep cleaning projects often. I have said some stupid shit on this channel that I see in hindsight was not a good move. That was a really bad look. That was even at times problematic. And then I have apologized for it, and I have done better since. And just because you can't recognize the improvement because it defeats the narrative that I'm this villain, monster, motherfucker, fat bitch that you need to hate for your own mentals, that doesn't change the fact that they're also criticizing stupid shit that's a waste of everyone's time. Because their hobby is hating fat bitches on the internet. And I would know. Because I used to be a part of Girl World as a viewer. And then I stopped. So, needless to say, calling out someone's criticism as stupid when it's stupid is not an invalidation of all criticism. Off topic, but now I'm craving a sandwich. I'm telling you, it's a combo that hits. I don't hate anyone takes too much energy. I like the cooking streams. Thank you, Panda. I was doing a lot of projection when I was a participant in Girl World. And I was pretty fucking miserable. I was not in a good place. And I still struggle with that sometimes, but I now have the self-awareness to understand that. I'm going to try to do more streams with my dad, for sure. What time is it? I'm going to hang out for probably till about 4. Just so. But it's been almost an hour since I ate. I'm currently having people telling me to put the chips down and to stop eating. And I've been live for almost 2 hours. Over an hour and a half. And I'm finally eating. And I've been hungry since I walked in the door. But because I'm fat, put the chips down. Actually, fasting is really bad when you're diabetic, but go off, queen. These Vicky chips are great. Right now, YouTube is my main job. Some people are just purposefully obtuse. Yeah. I've recently seen some of the other reaction channels. They are disturbing and have so many goddamn people who judge others thinking they are perfect. Actually, the quality of the food doesn't determine whether you're fat or not. It's the amount of calories, babe. But you had a great day, made a new friend, got out and seen an old one. Fuck a troll. 100%. My give a fucks are very depleted right now. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna be hopping off here once I get myself this water. Thank you for hanging out with me. I had a fun time on this live and just chilling. And so I'm gonna eat and hang out for a little bit before I go to bed. Oh, I'm gonna need to actually take a minute to refill this. It's gonna take a minute for it to actually filter. It's half missing for some reason. Okay, I got a few extra minutes now. I was about to just literally end this, but actually I haven't been nauseous all day because I slept. But whatever. The chat right now is a perfect example of why I don't talk about being a diabetic anymore. The second it comes up, people think they're MD. Good night, Mouse. And I'm not engaging in the topic further, so you can change the topic now. So, oh, you get to go now, just because honestly I find you very annoying. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, that must be really traumatic, Chocolate. It's called unsolicited advice, exactly. I'm sorry for your lost, Chocolate. That's really awful. Thank you, Mermaid. I guess I'll just finish eating here instead of taking it to my room. That's really better. I am trying to break the habit of eating in my room. I just really wanted to go lay down and eat while I watch like Grey's Anatomy, to be honest with you. Or, no, I finished what's currently available of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Oh my god, the cliffhanger is annoying. I'm annoyed at the cliffhanger. I think it's stupid. I do find it hard to make friends. Today was a very unexpected occurrence because I don't think I just made a friend. But it's so new, so I don't know what's going to happen. Right now I'm rewatching Grey's Anatomy. I took a break from that to watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I binged it in like a few days. A whole bunch of bullshit. That last part is just not true. That's just a lie. What's that about? Cousin's boyfriend. That's a lie. Have I even seen any of my cousins since I become an adult? I'm not close with my cousins. Y'all are weird for that one. If I really want to piss them off, thanks for the money. I don't know. Probably because I was talking about tea and shit, so I'm certain that there's people on Twitter being like, oh my god. I ate at about 5:30. It's currently 4 a.m. There was about 11 hours between the last time I ate and now. This is the third time this has come up, so I'm going to say this one time and one time only. Because my parents' political affiliations are none of y'all's business. My parents' world's views outside of what they share on my channel, none of your business. My parents' opinions in the world on life are not a reflection of my opinion, my views, or my life. And any insinuation that any kind of gotcha is stupid. So, thanks for the money. You guys can keep trying to super chat that shit. It's not going to really change anything. And get a hobby. So, I just turned 34. And honestly, I have no idea where that's coming from because my parents and I don't talk politics. I don't know much about their opinions on anything. So, I don't know what they think they found or what they found. I'm a cooking channel at this point. I'm a lifestyle channel. My views are very simple. Fuck MAGA. Fuck Trump. Fuck the bullshit that's happening in our country. And I stand on that. I used to go live on TikTok. It's been a really long time. I had a little bit lemonade. I had a great day. You must have made the foodie fans mad. Maybe. Wait, she has fans? News to me. Because I don't see like 6 fans she has in my chat, so I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm only 34. I don't have any premenopausal symptoms. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Do you watch any obscure YouTube channels? Something we wouldn't guess you watch? I've mentioned a few of them. The ones that are coming to mind I don't necessarily think are obscure. There's this one, I don't remember how to pronounce her name. She's a Nigerian woman who makes silent vlogs with subtitles. They're really cool. People who talk shit to someone, you must feel pretty damn good about yourself. Just put others down, respect others. Size doesn't matter. Being big isn't healthy, but when people try, wow, just wow. And whether or not someone's healthy is not indicator of morality. So, I'm 5'6". Donnie's just trying to get some attention. I must be very lonely. I'm so regretting having drank straight black coffee with dessert last night. I can't sleep at all. My trolls are trolling tonight. That's partially because I accidentally went vertical live for like 5 seconds. And I'd set everything up correctly for that one. So then I just immediately went horizontal live. So I'm not on subscribers only chat. And there's no mods here. So I'm just like, I did block somebody because I just found them particularly annoying. But I'm about to end anyway. So, anywho, let me fill up the rest of the water real quick. And then I'm going to go for the night. She keeps riding the high from the day. You can't tell me shit. I had a great day. Can't tell me shit from fuck. I'm good. I touched a lot of grass today. It was great. I highly recommend. 10 out of 10. I love this cocktail fork to eat pineapple with. You don't seem stressed now, though. Don't let them get to you. I won't. It's so funny to me how people refer to supportive communities as hug boxes. Especially reactors who they themselves have hug box chats. They only get support. They don't get shit said to them at nearly an eighth of the decibel that it's said to me. I find that shit so funny because it's so hypocritical. Hey, Anthony. People got brave enough to say something when she got ready to get off live. It's pathetic. Fuck that girl. Concern trolling is very boring indeed. Actually, some of us prefer to listen and watch. Seeing someone smile brightens my day. She knows when I comment, I'm what I say. Thank you, Forged. Have you tried Maui Gold Pineapple? Ooh, I would like to try one. I don't know. Dawning looks like they need more attention from their mommy or daddy. Whichever one didn't pay enough attention to them. I love the cotton candy grapes are really good. Chocolate. Actually, after I finish this pineapple, I'm very pleasantly full because I'm having my second meal of the day, and it's gonna be my last meal of the day. How many meals did you have today? So if you've never got to try it, Forged, if you get to try a pink pineapple, they're crossbred with raspberries. They're so good. I ate 3 times for Thanksgiving. Hell yeah, chocolate. I hope you enjoyed your food. Not a slay queen from Dawning. You know, I've never really, I don't think I'm like a tahine on fruit girly pop. I need to try tahine. I haven't, I think I've tried it in the past. I just don't remember what context. I need to try it out on some stuff. I should probably go, but I'm kind of having fun. Judging by their tooth, they had shit for breakfast and dinner. Yawning that's great. They're going by yawning from here on out. I'm having fun. That's stupid. Oh, you poor thing. Because like, if you, like, try harder. No, that was really funny. Like, that was really funny. Good night. We used to wrap pineapple or banana. Hold on. Let me finish that comment. We used to wrap pineapple or banana with bacon and grill it on the barbecue. People loved it. Not for me either. I don't like warm pineapple, period, except on pizza. No, I'm really not, babe. This is what you find entertaining, and I find that pathetic. Do you think it's fair for content creators to lie to their audience? As a general rule, no. I think that it's important for there to be boundaries in place, and some things are just not the internet's business. You know what I mean? So it's like, but to go out of their way to lie about something, just to, especially like stupid shit, to save face, that's not about your safety or protecting yourself, which I would say is very rare, select cases of circumstance and situations. For example, let's say someone is dealing with a stalker and they don't want the internet to know, and they need to lie about certain small details in order to protect themselves either from the stalker or from people finding out about certain aspects of a situation. Then like in that scenario, lying might not be the worst decision. I find it very important because I value honesty so deeply. My parents are very proud of me. They've seen how much I've grown and changed. They're very proud of me. And they really are impressed that I've been able to monetize my platform up to this point in the way that I have been. And my parents love me, and they've seen where I've come from. I am anti-feederism. I'm not glorifying eating. I am just eating because I streamed for hours on end and I was hungry. But live your truth, queen. So, sorry, I was doing that all night. Me and Corby were doing that back and forth. Actually, they're not hopeful that I move out at all. So, at least not for a long time. So, I was a much... What the fuck is going on in this chat? I wake up and this is crazy. Yeah, it wasn't like this earlier. Trolls are just out to play. So, what was I saying? Oh, I was a much worse version of myself when I was younger. Way less therapy, far more traumatized, way less healed. I'm far from perfect. I continue to make mistakes. But actually, they won't come home for Christmas because flight for one person is over $1,000. But I crossed the line though, so you don't get to, you've lost chatting. Your chatting privileges are getting revoked for that one. Because only a true piece of shit would say something like that, right? I would say projecting, because like, where's your mommy and daddy? Because it seems like they don't give you enough attention. Because you're trying to get it from me. And I was letting you just pull your fuck shit. But my mom and I are so close. And when I was a kid, I thought that would never happen. There was a time where I thought I would leave and never look back. But healing is a beautiful thing. And if you're acting like that on the internet, I'd recommend trying it out. Therapy's great. Oh, I'm not letting it get to me, girlfriend. I'm not. No. I think that crosses a line. They were clearly very butthurt that I wasn't feeding into them. So they tried to go for the jugular. And I just dodged it. But then I booted them. They were projecting. They were also large. I'm in cybersecurity and it's easy to track people down. I'm just gonna take a little bite of my pecan pie and keep it moving, because shit. I'm just gonna... As a creator, I just kind of have to state that I don't really stand behind efforts that contribute toward doxing efforts. I don't condone or promote it, and generally recommend you do not do those actions. And I'm not involved. Shit! I'm just gonna maybe watch what you say if you're gonna be a dick. Because some of y'all are down for me, which I appreciate, but that's a lot. I shan't dox, but I'm just saying thank you. I just wanted to throw that out there because you know how reaction channels would twist that moment, right? But just want to be clear, my stances on those things. I don't think I'm gonna eat the crust. I just love the innards of pecan pie. But that's fucking crazy. I'm reeling a little bit from that. Sorry. And I laugh when I'm uncertain. That was nuts. I don't think I'm gonna finish this. I think I'm gonna have a few more bites because I didn't eat all my apple pie, and I ate inside of the pecan pie earlier. I'm gonna take a few more bites of this, and then I'll stick it back in the fridge and probably finish it. Probably tomorrow, maybe. I'm actually gonna take this last bite here. Eat. It was good. And I feel really good. I'm gonna finish this water real fast before I forget. So tomorrow, whenever I wake up, I need to come in here and reset the kitchen, set it up, and devise the game plan for cooking. Because I'm either gonna do 2 days of cooking in a row, or I'm gonna do it all tomorrow. We'll find out together. This live has been so fun. I agree. Trolls can't get me down, babe. I'm gonna end here probably in a few minutes. For real this time. Because I really want to go lay down. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy tired. What are your tier costs? Membership? $2.99 for the first tier. So I believe $7.99 for the second tier. And then I think the third tier is pretty high. I think it might be 25. It could be 20. But yes, we still should have silk pie. I also still have some of this. I don't eat large amounts of sugar in one setting anymore. I just don't. I don't feel good when I do it. I don't like it. Especially when things are like super sweet. So I try to like manage the amounts, especially like on a day scale, how much I would eat in a day. So anywho, does anybody have any fun or fresh questions before I hop off? You get dizzy if you eat too much sugar. I don't think I feel dizzy. Sometimes it just makes me feel like sluggish. I always want sugary food, eat one bite, then I'm done. And the thing is, I already had some dessert earlier today, so I was like, I definitely don't want to. I took a couple bites, I was like, I'm good. It's just a nice little sweet treat to end the meal. I didn't even catch the typo, Mish. That's funny. I just want to apologize for blowing up the way I did. It wasn't respectful to you or anyone. Did you blow up at me? I don't remember you blowing up at me. Will you keep... Oh, gotcha. I'm not laughing at someone who's less than 200 pounds. I was laughing at the situation, which actually just involved the fact that my chat even went to go figure out and know that. Because that was kind of wild. I was caught off guard. When I'm caught off guard or really nervous, sometimes I laugh at inappropriate moments. I just do. It's just one of those things. But no. It's just projection at the end of the day when it comes to those people, so... It's called pointing out hypocrisy, not making fun of someone's weight. I don't make fun of people's weight. I'm calling their behavior projecting. But you've been pretty annoying too, so I would like you to not come back to my chat, so you can go bye-bye. People are weird. That's very true. Oh, wow, you must be such a big fan. I'm your profile picture. Thank you. Thanks for the view. Oh, my God. Oh, you're on a second account. Oh, you're dedicated. Thanks for the 2 views, babe. Bye. I think you don't worry about it. Double the views, double the fan. Thanks. Love that blocking finger, Rosie. Oh, whale, man. Get a new trick, pony. And they're just drinking up my attention. Oh, they're living. It's the highlight of their day. I'm in a good mood. Oh, man, especially after this past week. Oh, my God. Today was just a godsend. From the moment I woke up, today has just been one hit after another of just awesome. I'm thrilled about my day today. Best Thanksgiving I've ever had. Especially for like being with family. You know what I mean? I love your smile, beautiful. Oh, thank you. I know the truth. I don't need to say it. I've explained my living situation before. Have you discussed the Native American role in Thanksgiving? Not today. I'm familiar, of course. Thanksgiving is in and of itself kind of problematic in terms of the history, but like I appreciate the notion of spending time with family and expressing gratitude over traditional meals. That part I like, but the whole pilgrim and narrative and Christopher Columbus sucks. So, let's see. You sent me a bad email. I do get a decent amount of emails, so I just don't know what you're referencing, Lily. I probably read it. I keep up with my emails, but I don't remember why you would feel bad. If you respond to the email, I can then reread it and remind myself, and I can speak to it on that, but I just don't remember specifically. I did reply to you. Sorry, I do reply to a lot of the emails. Not all of them, but a lot of them. It's what I can reply to, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Holy shit, so many brave keyboard warriors. It's interesting because it tends to happen when I'm really happy. They get mad. They're like, how dare she feel joy? That stupid fat bitch on my screen. She's not as mad or miserable as I am. I can't laugh at how miserable she is. So let me try to make her more miserable. Yikes, get some therapy. Oh, I'm excited for my therapist to come back from vacation. So I'm very excited for that. I miss her. A lot was happening. I was like going through a lot this past week. I really could have done. Therapy really is a great tool. Especially when it's used appropriately, because sometimes you can say get therapy all you want, but the person you're talking to would just learn some definitions and then weaponize therapy speak at every turn. And yikes to those people. I misunderstood something that happened in the chat. Oh! I think I vaguely remember now. I came here because Rosie is cheerful most of the time. It allows people like me to see genuine happiness and see interesting recipes. Thank you, Forge. I appreciate the feedback a lot. Truly. Wait, is Rosie a scrapper? So I had like 2 physical altercations as a kid. I'm not a very violent person. I can get scrappy when I'm feeling up to the challenge. I have watched the Josh and Mama videos. Sometimes they really gross me out though, I won't lie. But the first time I ever got into a fight, I was like in 6th grade. There was this stocky boy. He was like in football, but he was like in football. And what I remember is we were sitting on the bleachers and he just made fun of me a lot. He would just pick at me, make fun of me, talk a lot of shit, whatever he was saying. And I remember specifically the girl. I remember her name. I remember who she was because she ended up going to my same high school. We had similar friend circles. We hung out once or twice even during high school time. But like she was there. I think she might have been in between us. And what I remember was just a flash of anger, and then I jumped on him and just started going all on him. First time that bullying made me physically lash out. There was a second story, and I've maybe told it before, but I'll tell it again. I love the second story. Love it. And I was really young, and so like, I was just acting out of anger. I was acting like a child because I was one. And I ended up not getting in trouble, surprisingly, that time, because I was hitting him hard, and he was so caught off guard because he was just used to like, talking shit and being a bully and not getting challenged for it. He never fucked with me again, though. And when I got pulled off of him, and we went to the office, I was known for how much like I cried back then. Like I would cry at the drop of a hat as a child. It was a whole thing. And I was like, I had been wailing on him, pulled me off. They pulled us in the office, and I was like crying, and I explained what happened. And a lot of those details are lost on me. Fucking like 6th grade, 5th grade. I was young, and basically I cried my way out of it. But at the same time, he was bullying me pretty harshly, honestly, and it was chronic. It wasn't my first time offense either. So the second time, fast forward to 9th grade, I was a freshman in high school. And I was in my science class, and this specific teacher, he was known as, he was only a teacher to hold a position to coach softball, I think, something like that, some sport. He was a sports coach before he was a teacher. And he was like known amongst the students as such. He ended up getting fired, side note, for fudging grades for athletes. There was a lot of drama at my high school, because when I went to high school, my first year as a freshman, there was only freshmen and sophomores. I was the first freshman class in the building. When I was in 8th grade, were freshmen in a middle school because we had just built a new high school location across the street. And what did they bully you for? My weight. And honestly, I was undiagnosed neurodivergent, so there was that. I was an odd child. I was very hyperverbal. I didn't know how to emotionally regulate properly. I had not gotten into my hyperfixation of studying psychology and sociology to learn how to communicate with other people better. I was kind of bossy. I was told a lot that I would make a great lawyer as a child. Those vibes. And the vibes of my high school experience were pretty weird. Also, multiple of the teachers that first got hired ended up getting fired for essay allegations, and one of the teachers ended up marrying a student. I think they're still married. Like, there was just a lot of fucky shit going on at that high school. I don't know if it's like a brand new high school, just attracts scary types of people. But I also was in like rural Georgia as a whole thing. So anyway, that teacher, pretty much every class would just like hand out worksheets. We would watch videos, and we would sometimes have tests. He didn't teach. And so we were left to our own devices a lot. And when I was in school, I was dehumanized significantly. There was times where I was groped by students and the administration did nothing. I was pantsed once. There was one time this Spanish teacher, she incorporated the mean stuff kids were saying about me into the lesson by translating it into Spanish. I wish I was joking, but she was particularly evil. She picked a few different kids. I was just one of them that she really didn't like. She very much had boy mom, hot for teacher energy, which is just like, I was pantsed. My pants were pulled down. I don't know if she ever got fired, but I think she left that school at some point. And there's a story about that Spanish teacher too, but let me go back to the science teacher. And a lot of teachers, generally, I was very liked by teachers. There was only a few exceptions to that, but I was generally very liked by teachers, actually, because I was like kind of a brown noser vibe, goody two-shoes Mormon girl. So I got mad when people cussed. That was the vibes. I was a very different person as a child. Let me just start there. But oh no, they never got punished. In fact, so let me tell you the story. So there was this kid. He was a very short, and this is just for reference. It was a very short, very fat, emo skater guy. But he didn't get bullied a lot because he had some cool friends and he fell into the whole funny fat trope. So he didn't get treated like I did. But he was very fat, and that's just relevant because of me being fat and how bullied I was for it. That's the only reason why I'm bringing it up. But he had been running his mouth the whole fucking class. Like, we were working on stuff. Rosie, goody two shoes. Now she's Rosie's quirky two shoes. That's funny. More skater than emo, but like he was weird. Like, what are those shoes called? Not Converses. Like Vans. I think he literally was hanging out with the skateboarders. Guys are never bullied the same as ladies. I know there's exceptions to that, and there are guys that have experienced pretty significant bullying to levels of which I can very much relate to. But it's there's different hierarchies and understandings, especially when it comes to little high school environments, right? But he had just been and going. The teacher never intervened, which was always normal. Really, I was on my own. And I figured that out at some point, but I was on my own. I did not get support. My parents couldn't afford to pick me up and drop me off from a different school districts. We couldn't afford to move. My parents, this stage of my life, they were the ones that were like, at some point in these stories, not when I was young, in elementary school, but at some point in the middle and high school range was when my parents had like 7 jobs between them and all that shit, right? They were very, at that point, I was like cooking for myself the majority of the time, or reheating leftovers throughout the week and stuff, and all that. So like, I was learning to cook for myself when I was 10 years old. I was able to make my own meals at 10 years old, and work for myself and that, right? And so I'm really getting off track here, but I digress. He had been going and going, and I couldn't tell you what he was saying nowadays. I've done enough therapy. I've moved on. I don't want to bring attention to that, Lance. So at this point, I am going to, what was I saying? Oh, so I don't remember what the fuck was being said, right? And so he was going, the bell rang. And I'm going to like leave. Misha, are you in the chat? I don't know if they're in the chat anymore. I don't think they're in the chat anymore. If they come back, I'm deleting this because, again, I just want to bring attention to it. I don't want that to drive more. Anyway, I just want to finish telling my freaking story so I can go to bed. The bell rang, and I went to go walk out the door. And as I was walking out the door, he walked up directly behind me, right? And he's literally in my ear, just going. And again, I couldn't tell. Nowadays, no fucking clue what he was saying. But I hit a wall. Unless she's in the chat, I want you to drop the subject, because I don't want to drive more attention to that. So anyway, for like reasons, I don't want to drive attention to that. Because again, that wasn't, I didn't have anything to do with that. And that's not okay. So I just was like, because she didn't actually say anything identifying. What was I saying? He's going in my ear. And I remember like had that feeling where I just like snapped. And without looking, without really thinking, I take this hand, I go like this, I do a complete 180, arm stretched out, and backhanded him. And I landed. I can't tell you how good it felt when I realized I full on backhanded bitch slapped him across the face. And then I turned my happy ass back around. I just put this smirk on my face and it kept walking. And I got 2 or 3 days of ISS for it, and I would do it again. I loved ISS. People left me the fuck alone. And I got to like my favorite thing, which is reading. Nothing, like I said, nothing identifying was said. And they specifically said they weren't going to. But anyway, which is a great reason why to not engage in that behavior, side note. Because that's why I reacted the way I did. Because I was like, that's going to open a can of worms. I think she left the chat though, so I don't know what to do about that. But anyway, I am going to go because I am tired. I just wanted to finish that story and I kept getting distracted. Alright, I'm going to go. I'm really tired. Today was a great day. Happy you had a good Thanksgiving. Thank you, WTF. I appreciate it. Alright guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!